Welcome to Daytime Ottawa here on Rogers TV. Oh my goodness, it's Friday light. It's Thursday. We've made it to Thursday already this week. We have a great show lined up for you. We're talking a little fashion on the show, introduce you to a fabulous local actor. Going to be talking about finances, but in a little bit of a different twist to finances today. Going to be talking about 3 books that are must-reads when it comes to your finances and how to make sure your finances remain stable and you're ready for the future. But we start in the kitchen with one of my favorites. He is a culinary adventurous and executive chef over there at Aurora. I am joined by Christian Pritchard. How are you, my friend?
I'm good. From stability to stability. Absolutely.
You've had it's a whirlwind day for you today.
Yeah.
So you did BT in Toronto.
Yes, I did.
At what time were you on this morning?
Just before 8 o'clock.
Okay. How are our friends at Breakfast Television?
Fantastic.
Good.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's a great group there.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, getting into the car, and luckily my father-in-law, Gord, I'll give him a shout-out, instead of doing the Uber or taxi, said, can you help me get down to the Island Airport?
Nice.
So, Derek, you appreciate this, doing many, many, many years of television. I got into the car, had to fly very quickly here, 9:30 flight.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
I was wearing the microphone in the car. So as you can see, we wear these microphones and they're attached to here. And I got my coat on and got in the car.
Because you had to get out of there?
Halfway there. And I came back.
You had to...
Yes, I did.
Go all the way back and drop it off.
In downtown Toronto traffic. I know Ottawa, the traffic's just as fun. So.
Yes.
But we made it.
We did make it. I was actually late coming here today because of...
I beat you.
Because you did. You beat me here. The traffic on the Queensway, I don't know what happened today, but hopefully there wasn't a major accident or something like that. But I wasn't moving. I had to get off the Queensway at some point and just do the back road thing to finally make it here because I knew you were coming.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? I can't leave you here by yourself.
No,
imagine.
Bad move.
That's not
But I got to say, too, the amazing thing is coming here always, you think you drive up, and I drove last time I was here, and I love Ottawa. And then I'm like in traffic again, and I'm like, I'm creating new forms of language. And I'm like, how did I do that? It's just as bad here now. Anyway, no complaints.
Well, we're happy to have you.
Yeah, I love being here.
Aurora, for those that aren't familiar with the brand, I can't imagine anyone isn't familiar with it, but tell us a little bit about Aurora.
Well, 1955, Mr. Nunzio Tumino started Aurora. He was from Ragusa, Sicily, south coast of Sicily, came to Canada, like everyone, with dreams and hopes for the future. And, he started importing stuff from Italy on a hunch. He had... someone asked him to bring in chestnuts. So we always say it all started with chestnuts this time of year.
Okay.
Yeah. And the original investor who he, said, we'll bring these over, reneged on the offer, and he had all these chestnuts. And he was just a natural entrepreneur.
Okay.
And he thought, I think I'm onto something here. So he started bringing stuff, first probably for all his friends and relatives and stuff from Italy to bring him a little piece of home.
Yeah.
But then, of course, for all of us, myself being a, first-generation Canadian, for all of us, great products from all around the world.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to be using some of them today, of course, on the show. What are you making? You got some water boiling here?
I got some stuff happening, Derek. But first of all, I want to take you actually not far from where Mr. Tumino was from.
Okay.
The southern coast of Sicily. Olive oil, a really misunderstood thing. Everyone says, oh, it's fake and this stuff. First of all, olives are what?
Olives are a fruit.
Bingo!
Oh,
Derek, you've got the right host here. He knows, but it's a fruit, and a lot of people don't treat it as such because it's like tomato. Tomato's fruit too, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Now there's a lot of olive oil, and everyone says, "Oh, it's fake, and it's from here, and it's brought over from overseas." And
well, there's so many on the market now. It's insane.
And it goes back to you get what you pay for. And what I brought for you today is fresco. It's actually cutrera from the south coast of Sicily, and these are trees originally from Greece that are thousands of years old.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And I just wanted, to show you some of the quick applications. And this one here is one of my favorites. This is Frescolio. So the third week of November, we have the Beaujolais Nouveau, the wines that come in. Yeah. This is the first taste of olive oil from Sicily. Yeah.
Okay, that's
cool. And we get this every year around the same time. And if you look at the color, I don't know if you can see that there, guys, it's cloudy.
Yeah.
This is not filtered. This is like pure olive oil, and it's a little different each year depending on the olives that they've used.
Right.
And it's from a single olive, but I'm going to put some on the classic tomato, buffalo mozzarella.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, this is great. Of course, a really simple enchilada of arugula, some greens,
nice raspberries in there too.
And, you know, just top that with a little salt. Some people love balsamic, but when you've got a fruit like this, you don't need something.
Okay.
It's such a great cleanser. Now, how about something that's really fun? It's a classic pasta dish called spaghetti all'olio.
All'olio.
Can you smell that already, Derek?
Oh,
like, wow. You can really smell. Yeah,
powerful and this, smell. I like it.
Exactly. I'm going to show you a really simple. Hold on. There you go.
Oh, my goodness.
It's TV now in Ottawa. There we go. We're going to get a little bit of linguine in here. You could use spaghetti or bucatini, but we're going to make you a little pasta dish because I know you've had a rough week, and I want to make sure everything is okay. So the olive oil,
appreciate it. You're a good friend. You're a kind man.
I love doing it. I really love coming here.
I know you do.
So some garlic.
Okay.
This is one of the simplest dishes you'll have, okay? You'll start smelling that garlic and everything coming together, which is really lovely. Pepperoncino, so a little bit of chili flake.
Okay.
And it's just to give it just a little bit of zip.
Now, interesting that you're adding that now, because I think a lot of people, they wait until pasta's done and it's plated, and then they add it.
Yeah.
Why do you add it?
Why not? Let's flavor the olive oil.
Right.
There's a lot of flavored olive oils out there, and they're all great. Okay,
right.
And I know that Cutrera makes some from Sicily too.
Right.
But I like using the real stuff.
Yeah.
And then flavoring it with the ingredients we have, be it locally here in the Ottawa Valley. There's always great stuff seasonally we can use. And why not take a great ingredient and use our own great ingredients with it as well? So, and what you're going to love is just the simplicity of this. The pepperoncino, the chili flakes, if you will just kind of bleed out a little bit of chili, a beautiful flavor. The garlic, which we can take out.
Right.
And this is really simple peasant food. So we're always complaining everything's so expensive. Think about this. I just used a little spaghetti, a little bit of olive oil, some garlic. It doesn't cost much. And really, at the end of the day, what this is going to be is I'm going to take that starchy spaghetti right out of there, put it in here, turn it over, boom.
And you could, I mean, you couldn't be more right. Pasta, you know, as you said, people are. We've been talking groceries for the last 2 years, right?
Yeah.
Rising prices of groceries and so forth. Yeah. You can't really go wrong with pasta.
You know what? It's wonderful you say that because I noticed today coming up to Ottawa this morning, I had to do a little shop just because I didn't bring everything on the plane. You know, can't bring knives and tools on the plane. Not a good idea. So I brought everything. You know, I bought some stuff here. Right. And I noticed even that Ottawa prices are a little bit more. I noticed that because I'm in grocery all the time. Yeah. Just a little bit more. Really, and I was like, I was kind of surprised. I won't say what store I was at, but I was like, wow, that is a little more. Well, one of our favorite stores, you and I, and I've been going for years and years, and I know you stop by every time you come to Ottawa. You're gonna be there tomorrow at La Bottega downtown. Yes, I am. I was just there on Tuesday with my wife. One of our favorite spots to go. You were so lucky to have great stores here in the Ottawa region. Of course, and of course, you know, we've talked about Margot, we've talked about, you know, Bottega. I mean, it's incredible. And these people have been here, they're the community. Right. And they're not only, you know, giving, it started with the Italian community, and then it's for everybody. Yeah. They're spreading their love of what we do, and everybody does, to a lot bigger of an audience. You know what? We have good news. Christian's sticking around for another segment, so as this cooks during the break, don't go anywhere. We'll be back with Christian Pritchard from Aurora right after this. Oh, this is smelling so good. Don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back. This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details. You're watching an interesting local show on Rogers TV and you want to know more. That's when you head to RogersTV.com. Our website provides more information about our programs, our hosts, our schedule, and about how you too can get involved with Rogers TV. Visit us online at RogersTV.com.
Hi, can I take your order? Hello?
Oh, hey. Wait, what was the question?
Let me guess. One driving high combo, extra baked?
No. Could I get a burger with a side of fries?
Think you're a better driver when you're high? Think again. Smoking weed affects reaction time and concentration. A message from Mad Canada.
Hey everybody, my name is Karen. I'm here with my best friends Shane and Monique. Join us on Rogers TV for Fitness Faction. Every week we're going to take you through a full body workout. We've got strength training, we've got cardio, we've got HIIT. Ladies, let's get back into it.
I think we've got 10 more skaters. Let's go.
On Rogers TV.
Hi, I'm Sam LaPrade. I hope you join us here every single week on An Hour to Give. We're going to talk about community, philanthropy, and volunteerism. It's airing right here on Rogers TV.
Oh boy, we are preparing a little pasta for you on the show today. Kristen Pritchard back for another segment from Aurora Importing, and we're just adding the pasta into this very simple recipe that you're doing here, right? So we've added it to our olive oil, we've got our garlic in there, we've got our red pepper flakes.
Yep.
This is something, by the way, I started doing many years ago because of people like you that came on the show, that you add the pasta right away into the sauce and you finish it in the sauce.
100%.
Right?
Yeah.
I think it's a very North American thing where we strain the pasta, throw it in a bowl, then we put the pasta on top.
I'm
right?
crying.
Am I not right?
No, don't strain it. Well, you can strain it, take it right in. I was worried you were going to say rinse.
No rinsing.
Are you a rinser? No, don't do that. Because you're
it.
getting rid of the starch that's on the plate.
Right.
And as you see, what this is doing is it's finishing in the sauce. In fact, a lot of times I'm going 1 or 2 minutes under the suggestion.
Yes.
And putting it in and letting it finish in the sauce.
That's exactly
and the
what
other
you
thing
taught
is,
me years ago.
we tend to over sauce anyway.
Right.
You know, and one of the things is like, look, you see this is so simple. Like, look at this. It's just, it's just gorgeous. And we'll get some of this oil on there, too.
Nice.
It's just with that oil that's already scented with the pepperoncino.
Yeah.
If you want to put cheese on here, you can. It's not necessary. Got a little bit of parsley here.
Look at, beautiful.
A little bit of oregano. And you know what? A couple more chili flakes because, well, Derek,
why not?
You're not hot enough. There you go. You know? But there, you can enjoy that. And that's like a simple weeknight, anytime. Come home from a bar during the holidays. You took a cab home, you need something to eat, that right there.
What happened to the accent?
Doesn't matter. This part of Italy, you just don't know.
You're backwoods American or something. Okay.
You know, I have my moments.
You also wanted to point out that you can use this beautiful olive oil.
Yep.
With a dessert.
Yes. Something
I don't think a lot of it would come to mind for a lot of people, right?
And why I say that too, Derek, is because, like, off the top, when I was talking about a lot of people say olive oil is fake, and I'm like, no. What this does instantly is prove that it's a fruit. You're using a premium ice cream like a Haagen-Dazs or any of your favorite premium vanilla ice creams.
Okay.
Now, what you want to do is take a little bit of salt, okay? The salt will escalate all your flavor.
All right.
Okay? You can use a citrus like orange. I prefer lemon because it's something that you would have locally, but you could use lime. You could even use grapefruit, pomelo.
Right.
But lemon is the best.
And you're zesting?
Yes.
Okay.
Lemon zest in.
Okay.
After the salt, and then cut it in half and the juice. A little bit of juice.
Okay.
And then what we do after we put the juice of your favorite citrus on is we take the really good DOP. They're all very good oils. They would do it. You're not going to do this with your olive oil that you have used to cook. Remember, there is like lots of stuff too, and I'm spoiled. I get to use it everywhere. Right. But what I want you to do is try this now. You're not going to quite have the look. I got a fork. I forgot spoons.
That's okay.
It's great. So the company's so proud. All this history of culinary stuff.
Since 1955, we've been using forks with our ice cream.
That's right.
Right.
But I want you to point out now. You're going to have, like you were saying, you're going to make this tonight, which makes you even happier. Wait until you try it with the lemon.
Right.
And the zest.
But this
elevation.
So
because
good.
It tastes, what is the, like, honestly,
the
what is
olive oil is just beautiful with this.
And you wouldn't think so, would you?
No.
But you can't.
It pairs really, really nice.
And that's the whole thing, is that people, like I said, once you try citrus with it, and it's all native to Sicily too, this is the kind of thing you'd have there.
Right.
And it's simplicity at its finest.
Yeah.
And that's what we really need to do with food, is to get back to that. And good ingredients, like, look, we all spend a decent money on some wine.
Yeah.
You down that in a meal with four friends.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's say it's $30.
Right.
Okay? You're looking at $30 for some of these oils. I'm just putting the price out there because they are premium.
Yeah.
But what you get is you get weeks and weeks and weeks of use.
Yeah, it's a great
on food
point.
that you get to do. And the thing is, I know we're spending wisely. We really are. But when you have quality, you know it, and it's special, and that's something that elevates everything you do with the food to the next level.
I think, it's interesting when you look at sort of the craft beers and the craft spirits and things like that too. A lot of what they're telling us now, because they're artisan done, drink less, drink better, right? Eat less, eat better.
Yeah.
These are, for the most, I know you can cook with them as well, but people forget olive oil too is a great finisher. Like just the olive oil on a salad, right? I mean, that's all you've done here.
You know what? The one thing I didn't do was finish a little more olive oil, because I just use the olive oil that's in there. But that's the thing. On top of your soup, on top of your salad, man, if you glaze your piece of fish or chicken or something with that too, you're going to get, it just brings you results.
Yeah.
And I'm just such a big proponent of good ingredients, because I go through it all the time with people saying, oh, it's fake, it's fake. When you get the real stuff, and I've seen it, I've been there, I've been there when they do it, it's worth it. And that's the same thing we have to do with our food in Canada, is have that same passion, love, and care for the product.
Agreed.
You know?
Yeah, no, you're right.
And we do
100%
have a
right.
lot of those places.
Oh, we're so lucky. I mean, look at the Ottawa region. You want to talk about local farms.
Yeah.
Between Ottawa, Gatineau, and just further out, we're so fortunate. Really, really fortunate. And you just have to keep in mind, you don't always have to go to the big chain.
Yeah.
And go grocery shopping. Just find somewhere that's, local.
And we may
mom
be
and pop
seasonal,
shop.
but we're way smarter than we used to be.
Yeah,
or because of people coming from all over the world to Canada, we are blessed to be involved in that and learn. And apply what we have in that way.
You're going to be at La Bottega.
Yes, I am.
Later today or tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. What are you doing there?
Well, I'm going to do all.
You're doing
the ice cream. Yes.
Oh, you are.
I'm going to do the ice cream tomorrow. So I want you to try it, because it gets people to try it. Great premium olive oil.
Yeah.
And then it gets to show them a quick way to apply it.
Nice.
And I think they'll really enjoy it.
What time are you there? What are the hours you're there?
I think I'm there over the lunch hour, so like 11 on, for a few hours, because then I head back to the big smoke tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, boy. And well, we appreciate you coming all this way, my friend.
It's always worth it to come and see you, Derek. I love Ottawa. I love daytime. How special this is to me, this show.
Yeah, well, he used to, hey, listen, if you don't know, Christian used to host Daytime Durham back in the day for 3 seasons.
Yes,
we got lots more coming up. We've got some fashion for you, some holiday gifts. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this.
This is a brain in urgent need of mental health care. But because 3 out of every 4 Indigenous people experience racism in healthcare, she may not get the help she needs. Become an ally. Rise above racism in healthcare.
Treaty in Cree is Nascomitoin, an oral agreement. And our agreements were always spoken. For George Spence, the core of treaty was Wichihioin, to help one another.
And so we, the commissioners...
He was there for the making of Treaty 9, where the Cree were told...
We will honor this agreement together, for as long as the sun shines and the waters flow.
The Cree made their mark because they were assured that the land would be shared, and they would always be able to harvest what they needed. George Spence was my great-grandfather. In his life, he saw many promises of the treaty go unfulfilled.
Treaties were essential to the creation of Canada. First Nations still fight for the agreements to be honored.
Public transit, garbage pickup, parks and recreation programs, snow removal on your street. How can you stay informed about these and other important local services? Tune to City Council coverage on Rogers TV. See your community leaders at work on Rogers TV City Council coverage.
Join us for Season 4 of Simply Cooking by Chef, Sunday nights at 8 o'clock, right here on Rogers TV.
Welcome back to the show. It's been too long since we've had fashion on the show. My next guest reached out to me a while back and said, Derek, we got to get fashion back on the show. You're a fashionable guy. I'm a fashionable gal. She's a lifestyle blogger. She's also one of my good friends. Mary Lou Moles joining me on the show. Welcome back. Great to have you here.
Even tell you how excited I am to be back.
I don't even need this paperwork. I know what we're talking about. I know you're excited to be back. And this is a fun time of year when it comes to fashion, right?
It's the holidays. It's the winter time. We bring the bling. We bring the warmth. We bring the fashion, we bring the style.
Well, and that's something you wanted to talk about today as well, because when it comes to winter, right, and people think, oh, well, I can't be very fashionable if I'm going to stay warm and comfortable. You say that is not the case, right?
That is not the case. This is actually the best time to experiment right now, because there's a tons of things that you can think about when it comes to winter fashion. The texture, the fabric, the accessories that you're going to bring forward. So I have so much to show you, all of you.
Do you want to start with models, or do you want to start with this?
Let's start with models.
Okay,
so that
let's bring out our first model. Come on out here and let's have a look. Look at this. This is a great outfit here.
This is a great outfit. This is the Polar Fleece from Reebok. Actually, in fact, everything that Steffi's wearing is from Reebok. And if you start from the bottom up, we've got the shearling boots, which is perfect for Canadian winter.
Yeah.
It's stylish, but it brings that warmth. But you know, sometimes we are blessed with not so cold days, and you don't really need the Polar Fleece, so you can just stay with a tracksuit.
Look at those. Look at the boots. We just panned down to the boots, but like you said, yeah, you can layer so that when you do go inside, you know, you're not just dying of heat when you
Exactly it. Layering is the key for winter. It's something that you pile on, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that. But see, this is something that you can just run errands, so you go to the gym with, the tracksuit. You have the Reebok, as you know, global brand known for its fitness and fashion. It's really the intersection of functionality and fashion.
Yeah, I love it. All right, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Let's bring out our next model and have a look. Something for the guys. We didn't forget the guys today,
never
right?
Forget. You know, when I come in, I think about the guys, and this is perfect for the frigid Canadian winter. We're talking minus 25, minus 30. This is the quilted parka from Reebok again. It's made for you because you have the large collar here, the hoodie all the way down, and of course the shoes again. May I just say, white for winter.
Very nice, very nice. Look at you, white for winter. There we have it, my friends. Yeah.
Yes. So then when you're not that cold, you can go back to the tracksuit again.
Yeah, great idea. Great idea. Great. And you don't look like the Michelin Man with this kind of jacket either, right?
So this is the black version. We also have the blue here, which, you know, if you're skiing,
really nice.
You're spotted right away. But here, as you can see, it's not the bulky. You're not the Michelin Man, but you have that durability, insulation, and warmth.
Yeah, agreed.
We have the same thing for women. This is from Pennington, Penn. And just look at that color.
Yeah, what a
look
great
at that faux fur.
It's nice, too, that they're bringing color into these winter jackets, right? Because it was always, you had two colors to choose from.
Black, gray,
black and
white,
charcoal.
Maybe. Yeah,
right?
And that's it. You match the winter. No, we're spicing things up.
You look great. Thank you so much.
Thank
All right.
you.
We'll have you walk off. We'll bring our next model out here. And this is, I think now we're picking it up in style. Come on out here. Oh, you're styling.
Now, you know, you're going to be styling when you go to work. We're back to the office. Some of them are working from home, but still sometimes we go to the office. And this entire look with Mickey is from Pennington. Penn is the premier destination for plus-size fashion in Canada. They have stores all over, and of course they have some in Ottawa. Think about this three-piece suit.
Really
it's already
nice.
warm. You put the plaid on top of it. But how are we going to use it up for winter? Accessories.
Yeah.
Think about the bling, the bag. the gloves, the beret.
The necklace, I
Emily
mean,
in
everything,
Paris.
the earrings. I mean,
That's
she is
right.
just, and I love this green color too.
This
right?
is perfect
Beautiful
winter.
color, yeah.
Like pine, it reminds you very much of
Yes.
Canadian winter.
Yeah, very nice.
Thank you.
Listen, there's a club waiting for you.
Oh, that's right, you go.
You just go to that club. You brought some other things along with you here.
did.
Speaking of color, right? We got a little mix here.
You were talking about layering earlier.
Yeah.
So the undergarments is really the foundation of winter clothing,
Agreed.
right? So this is for men. Not only that it keeps you warm, but this is actually has compression. This is from Reebok as well.
Nice.
And those two are Cardi B collection.
Look at this, the Cardi B collection right there.
Pop up some color in there. Pop up some style.
Very nice.
Same thing as this. This is something that you would layer under this.
That is gorgeous.
Isn't it?
What is that?
I thought of you. This
That is
fabric is a
really
beautiful
cool.
combination of materials, and some of the Reebok actually uses recycled materials as well.
Very nice, very nice. I think our models are changing
Oh,
for
the
us,
models
right?
are
Should we have?
changing.
Are they ready? Do
Well,
we
I
have
wanted
one
to
ready?
talk about
Yeah, sure.
what you're wearing.
Oh yeah, that's right. This beautiful shirt. This is from Gant.
This is from
right?
Gant. Gant is known for Ivy League preppy clothing.
Yeah.
So this is an American brand that was in New Haven, Connecticut, because then it was America's capital for manufacturing of clothing.
Really? I didn't know that.
That's
okay.
right. And so that they're all about quality, and I believe we have some Gant pieces here as well.
All right, come on
Step
out.
is
Let's
back.
bring our model. Look at this cool jacket.
Isn't it? So this trench coat is made of faux leather. And the beauty about this is from Pretty Little Thing, this is popular brand among celebrities,
Really
you know,
nice.
because we deserve celebrity style
100%,
fashion.
for sure.
This is the same as yours. This is Gant stripes. So they also have this on a dress shirt, right? And the beauty about this trench coat is that she can actually remove the bottom part of it, so that becomes a bomber.
Oh, really?
Two
So it
in
zips.
one.
It zips off. That
That's
is
it.
really cool.
There you go. Very cool.
Okay, I have never seen that before.
Isn't it?
This is an exclusive
I
for
thought
me.
I was gonna wow
I love it.
you
You
and
did.
our
You
audience.
absolutely wowed me.
Thank
All right,
you
I don't want to
very
run out of
much.
time. Let's get our next model out
Our
here.
next
Come on
model.
out here.
So this blazer, again from Gant.
Okay.
This is definitely the epitome of what they stand for, quality tailoring.
Yeah.
Just, the fabric may not look as thick, you don't think it's warm, but it's actually gonna keep you warm, and just the beautiful burgundy.
Beautiful color.
Isn't
yeah,
it?
I really like it.
I thought of you.
Let's talk boots very quickly
Yes,
because we're down to
very
about
boots.
30 seconds here.
That's
Thank you
right.
so much. You brought some
So,
boots here.
I did.
Reebok.
So we have Reebok
That's some
boots.
great
The
outerwear.
one that you're wearing
Yeah.
is also Reebok.
Look at these. These are beautiful.
Right?
Yeah.
This is actually a collaboration with Pajar Canada. This is beautiful shearling, faux fur lining inside.
It's
Keeps
gorgeous.
you warm. You're walking on
air.
Walking on air.
Or sunshine. We'll be
That's
back with more
right.
right after this.
Are you low on food? Struggling to pay the bills? Overwhelmed by life's challenges? When you need support but don't know where to turn, just dial 211. 211 connects you to the programs or services near you.
211, how can I help you?
211. Help starts here.
With Rogers TV, you can cheer on the home team from the comfort of your living room. We'll head to the rink, the field, the court, or the pitch, so you don't have to. Tune in and cheer on your local amateur athletes on Rogers TV.
Learn all about the creation of the National Capital Region on The History of Ottawa, according to Phil Jenkins, on Rogers TV.
It's an amazing shopping experience. If you have never been to Maker House, you're absolutely missing out. And they don't just have one location over the holidays. They've got a couple of locations you can visit. I'm joined by its founder, Gareth Davies. Welcome back. Great to have you here. It's a pleasure. Thank you for bringing all this.
Of course.
For people that aren't familiar with Maker House, you should be. But you guys have a great philosophy, sort of a great criteria that you go by as well, right?
Absolutely, yeah. So 8 years ago, we started out with all locally made products and all Canadian made products. And to this day, we've grown from 20 makers up to over 250 Canadian companies all under one roof at Maker House. And so it is Canadian made, locally made. We also like to give back. So we have a program called Craft Change where we donate at least 2% of our overall sales. And we do that through obviously everyday sales, but sometimes it's a special product that will give 100% of proceeds.
Nice.
Or, you know, we're popping up. We leave our stores sometimes to do markets.
Yeah, exactly.
So people can find us in Hintonburg at the big shop, but this weekend we're going to be at the Lansdowne, Ottawa Christmas Market.
You got one of those little cabins
We
down
got a
there,
cabin,
right?
yeah.
I love it. What a great idea. And you're doing something special down there, right?
Yeah, so 10% of the sales at the cabin will go to the Parkdale Food Center.
Fantastic.
And they're one of our favorite partners, our charitable partners that we like to give back to. So thanks to all of our customers for your support so we can do that.
Yeah, and what a great organization. What they've done there is just something that is so unique, right?
Yeah.
When we think of food centers and
Way
food
more than a
banks.
food bank,
Exactly. They got some amazing programs going on. And you're also down there on Bank Street, right? We had Vibe 613 on the show a little while back,
Awesome.
and you guys are
Catherine
a part
is
of that
here.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah, she's running a pop-up shop through Christmas, so I think the last day is going to be the 27th there, just after. Come on down. There's over 35 Ottawa businesses, including ourselves, participating, collaborating in a big location at 149 Bank Street.
Nice.
So they're open every day but Monday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Great place to find unique local gifts.
Fantastic. Well, you brought a little show and tell with you here. Why don't we walk through? Where do you want to start here?
Let's start down here.
Okay.
So we've got
some food stuff down
flavored popcorn, lots of chocolate, some hot sauce, some stocking stuffers. So go through the popcorn. We got Caesar flavored popcorn. We got champagne flavored. And then more classic, like sweet salted chocolate. This is the caramel nutcracker crunch.
Nice.
Into the chocolate stuff now. We've got these beautiful gift sets with these hot chocolate bombs. So you drop that into some milk or some water, you get a hot chocolate.
Nice.
Just beautiful looking as
no
well.
kidding.
The presentation on those
there.
is really, really nice. Those are made in Ottawa as well. Of course, we have Hummingbird chocolate over in Almont, so we carry lots of their stuff, including the bark here. We've got truffle pig chocolate from BC, adorable little snowman there. The Peace by Chocolate, they're from Nova Scotia, but originally from Syria.
Yes, that's right. That's an amazing story. That's
It really
something
is.
else too, right? That you ensure that when people go into the store, they have things to read. You find out about the artisans, right?
Yeah, we're proud of where our stuff comes from. So unlike maybe a big box store where you don't want to know the story, we want you to know the story behind your stuff and who makes it, and you know sometimes the meaning, the inspiration. So they restarted their chocolate factory that they lost in Syria during the war.
Yeah.
Came here as refugees, rebuilt it in Nova Scotia. Now they're the biggest employer in Antigonish, Nova Scotia.
Really?
So Peace by Chocolate's an amazing company.
That's incredible. What a great story.
We got chocolate covered potato chips. Do you want to try one?
Sure. Is that what these are here?
Yeah, these comes from
chocolate covered potato chips.
Brittles and More, a company in Waterloo.
Okay.
And let's see what you think of that, like salty chocolate sweet mix.
Oh my goodness.
The reviews are good on these.
Great texture too. No kidding, they're good reviews. These are fantastic.
Great contrast there. The hot sauce is one of our best sellers. These come from PEI. So Maritime Madness, we have about 12 different flavors, including lime cilantro, candied blueberry.
Candied blueberry.
Got some sweetness to it.
I like
and
that.
jalapeno apple. So very versatile line of hot sauce.
Nice.
We sell Caesar mix. We sell the rim for the Caesar mix. That's a vegan Caesar mix. So instead of clam juice, they put seaweed in it.
Okay.
So the
Great
vegans can
idea,
enjoy a Caesar. We sell beer and cider, but it's de-alcoholized, made in Montreal.
Which we're seeing more and more of, right? And it's becoming like they're doing it really well. I know when they first came out, right? You didn't have, and plus you weren't seeing the craft breweries doing it.
Right.
Now that they're doing it, you're actually getting perfect flavor, excellent quality.
Yeah, they
on
make
them.
it like a real cider, then they boil off the alcohol, so it's got all that
great.
cider flavor. These are hot chocolate ornaments, so you get kind of a 2-in-1 there.
Nice.
There's a big ornament tin. This is a Maker's Dozen gift box with tons of great gift boxes with all the little products inside.
Right.
This is actually a birdhouse made from old license plates. So that's a great Christmas gift for bird lovers or license plate lovers. Lots of great bath and body options, from soap to bath soaks and bath salts, some candles, some Christmas candles, a foot scrubber.
Nice.
Yeah, keep you nice and fresh through the winter.
Yeah.
Some great box sets of cards. If you got to mail out your cards, we've got the Ottawa landmarks, the winter activities, and then the creepy Santa right in the middle. For all you creepy Santa fans out there, I don't know where that.
There it is.
You better watch out.
Well, and you know what's cool is your card section and your ornament section, right, at the shop is so amazing.
The big wall.
Yeah, and you find something that's unique, right? Again, it's not big box store. You're going to get something that perhaps nobody else has, right, in the family.
Which is what you want in a special ornament or card when you see something and you think of a friend or family and it makes you laugh. You know that's the one to get. You know?
Agreed. Yeah. What have you got over here? Some beautiful looking calendars here.
Yeah, these are Parks Canada calendars. So they are each month basically a work of art. You get different park that is a national park in Canada.
Yeah, I'm just gonna here. Look at that.
You can hold those up, and yeah, you can even frame them after if you wanted to, like, you know, cut them out, put them on the wall, and keep them around.
You know, at your cottage.
That's our most popular calendar. We have a few other options as well. Very Canadiana, a lot of landscape and animals.
Okay, I'm coming in for one of those. And then you brought these beautiful blankets, of course. Great timing for that, right? People looking for throws.
That's right.
Company coming over. Maybe someone's a little cold.
Yeah, so this one's made in PEI as well.
Okay.
So the hot sauce and the warm blanket from there. These are McCausland blankets, the oldest maker we carry. The mill started in the 1870s, and it's still the McCausland family running that 100% virgin wool. Mini teepee blanket beside it is made in Gatineau. That's Indigenous female-owned company. So hard to pick. We have the McCausland one at home, and we love it. Yeah.
Very, very nice. Always a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us on.
Merry Christmas, happy holidays to you and your family. Maker House, 987 Wellington Street. And don't forget that pop-up shop at 149 Bank Street. And at the Ottawa Christmas Market down there at Lansdowne, you can find them. We'll be back with more right after this.
This is a man's heart, a heart in desperate need of medical attention. But because 78% of Indigenous people experience racism in healthcare, he may not get the help he needs. Become an ally. Rise above racism in healthcare.
My Uncle Cheney was one of over 150,000 Indigenous children that were taken to residential schools between the 1800s and 1996. My uncle ran away from school wanting to get home to his mom and dad, and sadly he didn't make it and died of exposure. When Gord Downey found out about my late Uncle Cheney's story, he wrote Secret Path, a series of poems that became an album, then a graphic novel, a documentary, and a concert. Gord met my family, and together we formed the Gord Downey and Cheney Winjack Fund. Together we are sharing Secret Path and other reconciliation resources with legacy schools, setting up legacy spaces across Canada, and hosting events like Secret Path Week to inspire all Canadians to engage in reconciliation. Before he left us, Gord asked us all to do something.
You're gonna figure it out.
Will you join us? Together we can make Canada a better place.
Join me, holistic chef Daniela Croco, for season 4 of Simply Cooking by Chef, right here on Rogers TV.
You're watching an interesting local show on Rogers TV and you want to know more. That's when you head to rogerstv.com. Our website provides more information about our programs, our hosts, our schedule, and about how you too can get involved with Rogers TV. Visit us online at rogerstv.com.
Welcome back to the show. You may see that I'm sitting in a different spot in the living room today. Well, you'll find out in just a moment why, because I am so pleased to introduce you to a fantastic actor. His name is Ryan Duchesne. He is a deaf actor. He is joined by his ASL interpreter, Janice McLaren. Welcome to you both, and particular to Ryan. So the obvious question for Ryan is, Ryan, how did you get into the entertainment industry, and what attracted you to the industry?
Well, I have a little bit of a funny story. When I was a kid, I was involved in Simba, the Lion King, as the character Simba. I was the youngest, and I'm working with a lot of older kids, and I really enjoyed the theater, working on stage. So that was kind of my childhood dream. I don't know why, but I did get involved, and so a few years later, I transferred to another school, and that school didn't have school plays in the same way. So unfortunately, my focus shifted onto basketball. And then I loved basketball. My parents were, accepted the fact that I wanted to do that. And so many years later, I was working for Costco as the customer service cashier, and a gentleman came to my aisle and he said, "Hey, you should be involved in the film industry." And I'm like, "In Costco? Really? Okay. All right, sure." But it's kind of funny. I wanted to be involved in the film industry, but he said, "Hey, you should go to one of our shows." And so I said, "Of course." So he'd given me his business card, and I contacted him via email, sent my headshots, and a few minutes later, I got an email saying, "You're booked for background." So I was like, "Okay, all right." So, that's how I kind of got involved. And there was cameras everywhere. I couldn't believe it. And many, many years later, I just kind of got really head over heels into the industry.
So tell me, what is sort of your main role, your favorite role so far? You've played many so far, but do you have a highlight in your career at the moment?
I can't say that I have any preference in specific role. I guess maybe like a unique adventure, like playing a fireman, army, military, police, better than, just in a stand-in kind of thing. So those are the ones that I've really. I actually played in, sorry, the interpreter made an error there. I was recently a police gentleman underwater. Okay. Which was a really unique experience for me, but I really enjoyed it. So those types of opportunities are the ones that I really like.
Are there a lot of opportunities available to, you're a deaf actor. I know that, like advice to the deaf community. What would you say to them if they wanted to get into the industry? Is it challenging?
Well, I think you're going through a lot of challenges as a deaf individual in general, and I love the challenge. I like the experience. When somebody tells me, "Oh, you can't do it," I'm so eager to prove them wrong. And I think for the deaf community, if you have any dreams or goals that you want to pursue, don't listen to other people. Don't let them tell you that you're not able to do it or that you can't or shouldn't. Go for it. I know I've said, in the hearing, well, for example, when I was on Team Canada for the basketball team, lots of people said, "No, you can't." So I practiced and I tried out and I was involved. I was on the team. And then, of course, I was on the Deaf Quebec team. And I have no regrets. Nice. You can do whatever you set your mind to do. And I don't let what other people tell me direct me on what it is I'm going to do. And you find your way. You
sent a few photos along. I wanted to bring up one photo in particular, which you'll see on the monitor here. We'll bring up. Tell me about this photo. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a very enriching experience for me. I didn't really get to work with Troy, but I was on the set as a background in Montreal. I can't actually say the name because it hasn't been released yet. Okay. Which is fine. But it was just such an incredible experience for me. I saw him on the Oscars, and of course, you know, with his personal interpreter, and it was such an incredible experience. And the director there wanted to introduce me to him, and Troy, this is his sign name, was saying, I'm just really happy. Where did you start? I'm really curious. And how he started in the industry was the same as me in background.
Very
so
cool.
That's sort of why I think this has been such a great experience, and that's where I'm at right now.
We just lost a great actor recently after a bout of illness, Andre Braugher. You had a chance to work with him last year. Tell me about that experience.
Well, I almost got to work with him last year in May. Okay. I was hired as an ASL. The producer had found out that I also had French, and I'm also a member of the French acting union. So he had asked if I wouldn't mind auditioning. The panel wanted to see my LSQ, and I said, well, my LSQ isn't my first language, and I also didn't want to take any roles from the French acting community as well. So they basically told me to go ahead, and there was a deaf panel. I don't know who it was specifically. So I went in for the audition, and I had to make my own tape, or do the tape for the audition. It was 2-3 hours later, I guess, and I got a message from my agency saying, you're booked for LSQ. So a lot of people, they have to learn different languages for different roles, and no matter what it is that you're doing, you have to accept that, and that's part of what you're doing. And thank goodness I had an LSQ coach that was able to work with me on the lines, and an interpreter that was able to translate for me as well.
Apologize that we have to go to break, but you come back again because we want to keep up with your career, okay? Really appreciate the time today. We'll be back with more right after this.
It's closing time, and you stayed out longer than you planned. So now you can't drive, and the buses have stopped running. You could always call your girlfriend. Or maybe your roommate? What about your best friend? You could just dial 1-888-TAXI-GUY or use the Taxi Guy app. The call and the app are free, and they both connect you to a local cab company to bring you home safely. Visit ArriveAlive.org to find out more. Arrive Alive, drive sober.
On Rogers TV.
Hi, I'm Sam LaPrade. I hope you join us here every single week on An Hour to Give. We're going to talk about community, philanthropy, and volunteerism. It's airing right here on Rogers TV.
I still remember the games. The laughter, the footsteps through the hallway. I'll never forget the challenges.
Every day I come back from work, it's always like this. We're yelling in front of the kids.
I'll never forget the help we needed. How far we've come.
Public transit, garbage pickup, parks and recreation programs, snow removal on your street. How can you stay informed about these and other important local services? Tune to City Council coverage on Rogers TV. See your community leaders at work on Rogers TV City Council coverage.
Join us for Season 4 of Simply Cooking by Chef, Sunday nights at 8 o'clock, right here on Rogers TV.
Welcome back to the show. We're going to talk finances. Guess what? Finances could be fun. I know people get intimidated, and sometimes you get, you know, it's a conversation you don't want to have, but it's a conversation you must have. And there are some fantastic books out there. We're going to share 3 of them with you today with our next guest. Graham Fallis, he is Senior Wealth Advisor at Scotia Wealth Management. Welcome back. Great to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
I want to start with this one because my wife read this book many years ago. We gifted this book to my daughter, who's only 18, but are already thinking about finances. And I guess, you know, that's probably something we should get across to our viewers. It's never too early and it's never too late when it comes to finance. But The Wealthy Barber, why has this become such an iconic book in the financial world for everybody?
Well, I think for 2 reasons. One, the information in there is timeless. So David Chilton, who wrote the book, would say, if you interviewed him, the ideas in the book are not new or original. But what he did is he packaged them in a really unique way. So this is non-fiction information, but he wrote it like a fictional story. So really? It's called The Wealthy Barber because it's set in a barbershop.
Interesting.
But all the little chapters all contain some financial information, a useful tidbit of knowledge that if you apply will benefit you financially.
You know what's amazing about that is because in my mind, I haven't read the book, I just assumed it was kind of like a handbook. But it's not. I mean, I'm sure you could go back and reference some things, but it's not one of these flip through the book and, you know, check off things as you go. It really is a story in itself.
That's right. And he was one of the first authors to do that. So I think that was part of the reason for the popularity, is it was a unique way of packaging what can sometimes be very dry, boring information if you don't have an affinity for financial all things financial.
Right. If you're looking for this book, and you were just telling me off air that you can find it on Amazon, but it's not cheap.
Not cheap. So that copy you'll see looks well loved because I bought that for $7.95 on Amazon. But if you want a new copy, it would cost you $80.
Right.
So there's a significant price differential. Derek, I would tell viewers that if you buy a copy, you spend the $80 on it, it is well worth it. There's tons of value in there.
Right.
Yeah.
Next one, this isn't one I had heard about before, but it's called The Psychology of Money. Tell me about this book.
Housel. So this should become a classic.
Okay.
This is a fantastic book. This is a much different book than David Chilton's book. This really is about your relationship with money. What does it mean to you? What are the subconscious and conscious decisions that we make pertaining to saving, spending? If you don't like to read, that book is available in audiobook format.
Okay.
Also, he does a podcast. He doesn't produce on a regular basis or release on a regular basis, but if you've got kids, so you mentioned your daughter's 18, pop on one of those podcasts while you're driving. All of these things are, all the segments, all the podcasts are very, very useful, beneficial to anybody of any age.
Okay.
But he has a lot of wisdom that we really want our kids and the next generation to absorb.
Yeah, and I think what's interesting is sometimes we think, oh, all the information's out there when it comes to things like finances, right? The information's already out there. Why do I need to read a book? Because we're not doing it very well.
Well,
right? Like, I mean, you work with clients every day. You must see surprises all the time, Graham. Yeah. Like head scratchers, right?
Head scratchers. And let's be fair, let's be honest. I make some of those same mistakes. We're all human, right? We all can use professional advice and guidance in the various segments that we have in our life. Like, it's not unique. We all know what we're supposed to be doing, but read Morgan's book because psychology has a lot to do with the decision-making process.
Interesting. Okay, I like it. Before I get on to this one, you know, it's interesting you say that, you know, even as a financial advisor yourself, you make mistakes. My dad, an accountant for 49 years, he's always said to me, I did better at other people's accounting than my own accounting over the years, and that's often the case, right? Simple Wealth, Inevitable Wealth. Tell me about this book.
Yeah, so that's by Nick Murray. He is a retired U.S. financial advisor, financial planner. You cannot buy that in bookstores. If viewers want to buy that, they're going to have to buy it through a secondhand book provider, or they will have to buy it through Nick Murray himself. So you go to his website. And this is a much different book. Also, he is really focusing on market volatility, meaning the ups and downs we see. You know, I was here earlier in the summer, we had a little chat about, oh, things are volatile right now.
Right.
He puts it in a historical perspective. So the two takeaways from that book are, there's always going to be uncertainty, there's always going to be volatility, and equities, so stocks, will outperform other asset classes over the long term. So this is really good to have on your bookshelf when we've experienced what we've experienced over the last 18, 20 months.
Yeah, because sometimes we tend to panic, and you and I talked about that, right? When there's a dip and, you know, you go on and you look at your portfolio and all of a sudden, you know, you're like, oh my God, I'm losing everything. Yeah. Patience is really important when it comes to, I'm talking about planning for the future, right? It's something that we need to keep in mind.
You always have to have a financial plan. You always have to have a strategy, and you have to update it. And hopefully, if viewers read these books, it'll put things in context for them a little bit.
Yeah. Graham, always a pleasure. Thank you so much. We'll see you back here in the new year. But in the meantime, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year.
Thank you so much, Derek. The same to you and your family.
Always appreciate the time. Hey, if you want to find your number, by the way, you can head over to findyournumber.ca. It's always important to sit down with somebody that can help you out through the difficult times. We'll be back with more right after this.
With Rogers TV, you can cheer on the home team from the comfort of your living room. We'll head to the rink, the field, the court, or the pitch, so you don't have to. Tune in and cheer on your local amateur athletes on Rogers TV.
Learn all about the creation of the National Capital Region on The History of Ottawa, according to Phil Jenkins, on Rogers TV.
Welcome back to the show. Just to give you an idea, Graham Fallis, of course, talking about these books, The Wealthy Barber. I just flipped this open. He got this one used, I think he said for like $7, but inside it says, to James, Christmas 1995. So it's this book's been around a long time and still a great read to this day. Big thanks to all of our guests. I want to remind everyone, Christian Pritchard from Aurora Importing. He's going to be at La Bottega downtown in the market there tomorrow around the lunch hour period, probably, you know, 11 a.m. to sort of 2 p.m. So if you want to go down and visit, find out more about the products he talked about today, he would love to see you. So again, La Bottega between about 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. tomorrow. Big thanks to Mary Lou, our fabulous fashion and lifestyle blogger, bringing all that beautiful fashion. Can't recommend enough following Mary Lou on social media. You can find her at 20YS, which stands for 20 York Street, but 20YS all over social media. And don't forget Maker House, located down there at 987 Wellington Street, all Canadian made, all Canadian artisans. They'll be there at on Bank Street as well, 149 Bank Street, and down at the Lansdowne Market. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time here on Daytime.